Hello students, welcome to this online lecture of English. Dear student, in last video lecture we studied section 2 poetry. First poem we studied the song of the open road. In today's lecture we are going to learn section 3rd. It is all about writing skill. This academic year we have to study in writing skill different types of the skills such as summary writing, mind mapping, note making, then a statement of purpose, then drafting a virtual message and group discussions. So let's start today's lecture with summary writing. Summary is a record in the reader's own words that gives the main points of a piece, such as a newspaper article, a lecture, a passage, a chapter, or even a whole book. So let's see the icebreakers. Discuss in pairs and guess the correct alternative for the following. To summarizing means what? Guess. Put information in chronological order. To recapitulate the main points in selection. To introduce new information. Or to write one's opinion about selections. What is your opinion? You have to just choose and write in your English notebook. Look at the second question. The type of summary that consists of a paragraph to express the main idea is outline, report, synopsis, or written summary. What exactly? Guess and write in your notebook. Next one, there are various ways of incorporating other writers' work in your own words writing. They differ according to the closeness of your writing to the source writing. Match the way of writing in brief given in column A with their column description in column B, such as summarizing, paraphrasing, precise writing, quoting, editing, and gist writing. So just guess and complete the match the following. Now let's see the summary writing. Summary means what? Dear student, tell me what is summary. A summary is a brief summarization of a larger work that gives the reader a comprehensive understanding. To write a summary, a writer will gather the main ideas of an article, essay, television shows, or a film they have read or watched and condense the central ideas into a brief overview. Summarizes provide an abridged description of another work in the form of a paragraph, providing enough details so that the reader understands the subject of the summary, while highlighting the summary writer's personal understanding of the subject matter. It is called the summary. Now, what is the purpose of the summary? Why we have to write summary? The main purpose is that the purpose of the summary is to provide readers with a succinct overview of important details or interesting information. Without inserting a personal opinion, a summary gives a brief rundown of the main points of a text or a piece of media. Like the abstract to a scientific paper, a description of a movie's plot, or in the form of the novel synopsis. Now, what is an example of the summary? The example is given here. Brevity is the soul of wit is one of the countless maxims coined by William Shakespeare. It is relevant to speaking as well as writing. Brevity or conclusion is the cutting out unnecessary words while conveying an idea. It aims to enhance communication by eliminating redundancy without omitting important information. Summary writing is one of its kind that has been described as one of the elementary principle of writing. To speak what is required and to write what is necessary It is requisite towards the development of language skill. It is important to be a brief in written expression, to express in brief the main points of a written record is the summary writing skill, and that can be developed by practice. Summarizing has definite purpose. The purpose of the summary to give the reader clear, objective picture of the original text, and most importantly, the summary retell only the main points of a text or a lecture without giving examples or details such as date, number, and statistics. Now, how to write summary? There are some important tips such as whether you have summarizing an event, novel, play, or newspaper article. Being able to write an effective one paragraph summary is an important skill for every writer to possess. For some tips to how to write a good summary, this is very important topic because in board exam 3 marks question will compulsory ask on summary writing. So this tips will help you to write a summary. Let's see the first one. Find the main idea. A useful summary distills the source material down to its most important point to inform the reader. Pick the major point you want to communicate to the reader, and use is an organized manner. Second important key point is that keep it brief. A summary is not a rewrite. It's a short summation of the original piece. A summary paragraph is usually around 5 to 8 sentences. Keep it short and to the point. Eliminate redundancies of or repetitive text to keep your paragraph clear and concise. Third one is that write without judgment. If you are summarizing an original text or a piece of media, you are gathering and condensing its most relevant information. Not writing a review, write your summary in your own words and avoid adding your opinion. Fourth important point is that make sure it flows. Transitions are incredibly helpful when it comes to building momentum in your writing. Connect your sentences with transition words, making sure they flow together and convey your summary clearly. Next important point is that how to write a summary. A summary is a record in the reader's own words that gives the main points of a piece of writing, such as a newspaper articles. In exam, the passage will be there on the basis of the unseen passage. In question 2a, with the help of that unseen passage, you have to write the summary. According to that passage or the chapter of the book or even the whole book, it is also possible to summarize something that you have heard, such as a lecture or something that you have seen and heard, such as a movie. A summary omit details and does not include the reader's interpretation of the original. You may be used to reading English in order to answer questions said by someone else. In that case, you probably read the questions first and then read the passage in order to find the correct answer. However, when you read in order to write a summary, you must read in order to decide for yourself what the main points are. This involves reading to understand the message that the writer has for the reader, rather than reading in order to get the correct answer to someone else's questions. Since people have different backgrounds and read for different purposes, it is possible that different readers will interpret a writer's message in different ways. Even if they agree, they will probably write their summarizing in different ways. In other words, there are unlikely to be only one correct summary. On the other hand, to write a summary, it is necessary to understand a passage as a whole, and therefore at a deeper level than when one's purpose is just to answer questions. When are summarized used? First one, in general terms, writing summary is a good way of improving one's ability to read, because it focuses on reader to focus on understanding the whole of something rather than on just following each word or sentences. Second one, in academic terms, if you are reading something that is very important for your studies and are difficult to understand, writing a summary helps you to make sure that you have understood it. You can also refer to it later or refresh your memory. For example, when you are revising for an exam, or when you are talking about in the class, it is also a good idea to turn lecture notes into summarizing. When writing a summary, writing academic papers, people often need to insert summarizes of something that they have read or heard. For example, you might want to summarizing the main points of a book that is relevant to your topic. In such cases, it is extremely important to use your own words or quotation marks if you are actually quoting in order to avoid plagiarisms. First step to writing a summary: as you read, underline all the important points and all the important evidence. For example, you could look for all the topic sentences. Words that are repeated several times are likely to be keywords. Transition words can help understanding of the overall structure of a passage. Second one, list or cluster the main idea of the whole piece, the main supporting ideas and the main evidence of each idea. Use of the same keywords or a technical expression is probably unavoidable. However, be careful to express the ideas in your own way, using your own vocabulary and expression as much as possible rather than copying or just rearranging. Do not include much details. As you read, underline all the important points and all the important evidence. For example, in the question paper, the passage is about environment, and all about the environmental information it is already given. But while writing a summary, you have to just write detail information, but in short ways. You just complete a short summary and you just complete the main ideas with the help of given passage only. Avoid repetition. You should now be ready to write summary. Start with sentence that identifies the writer and the piece of writing. For example, of giving the writer's name, the title of the piece, and when it appeared. Gives the main idea. Use transition words to join everything together. Here are some general skills for writing summary. A summary is a shortened version containing the key points in as few words as necessary. It tests the candidate's ability to form content points in a clear and concise approach to continuous writing. Writing summary emphasizes 4 basic skills such as identifying key points of the passage, articulating in your own words, and sequence points cohesively, and all within the given words count. Content answer the question directly and focus on relevant points only. Use as much of the material as possible. However, be wary of some parts that are not covered in the question. Be reminded the points must be taken from the passage, and do not repeat similar points even if it was made twice. As such, adding facts or opinions are not suggested. The exercise is meant to sum up the passage and not to add original ideas. Content marks will be only be obtained when the required content is provided. Next one, language. Write in your own words as much as possible, although the message needs to be the same. Wordings need to be different. It is important that the replaced words convey the essence of the point. No need to find synonyms for technical object. Solar heaters, and only changes words when appropriate. Lifting a few words is acceptable as long as it is evident that you understand and focus on the key details of the passage. Do avoid over lengthy lifting and quoting straight from the passage. Find precise words to use and vary your choices. Next one, writing style. Express the key points clearly, succinctly and fluently using a formal tone of writing. There is no need for an introduction and conclusion. Start by rewording the question and make the ending a string. Moreover, do not include examples, repetition, direct speech, figurative language, and minor details. Organize and sequence points cohesively by connecting your ideas into a paragraph. Aim to write in complex sentence rather than simple or compound structure, and make sure that the spelling, punctuation, and grammar are correct. Word limit. Always write within the word count, because this question is only for 3 marks. So you have to write in word limit. You have to just continue, observe the time, and according to the time you have to just complete the summary. Always write within the word count, as this exercise accesses the ability to write concisely. There are no penalty marks for writing more or less. However, it may be self-penalizing to write more than suggested. Exceeding the word limit may indicate that the summary is not structured effectively or ideas are not expressed clearly. If there are needed points inside the excess words, it would not be marked and would be crossed out. On the other hand, writing way too little than the limit may mean that the response does not have sufficient coverage of the passage content. For example, if the question requires words within 200 to 250, but you only provide 180 words, there is a chance that you miss a few essential points. Before the exam, check how many words you write on a line, so you will know the approximate number of lines that you required. Lastly, do not write beyond the lines given to avoid your answer not being able to fit into the scan screen. Read and underline the relevant material in pencil so that you can change your mind easily if needed. Second, transfer the points into a plan whilst changing them into your own words. Group the points logically using arrows, brackets, put them in order using numbers, and decide which ones can be combined into one sentence. Write the summary in one or two paragraphs using complex sentences. Check the summary for accurate expression. Adapt the length and improve if necessary by adding material overlooked by removing repetition. Aspect of English first language summary. Let's see the keep within the word limit. Second, do not drift away from the passage. Third, show evidence of a clear and concise summary style. Throughout, make sure the structure your answer. Sequence your ideas and use a wide range of original and appropriate language. Try to learn meaning of common prefixes so that you can guess the definition of confusing words. Combine simple sentences into complex sentence using range connectives and participles. Above all, avoid using and, but, and so. Practice turning passage into news reports. They have a particular style and structure which are different from any other kinds of writing. Next one, lifting of words of more than 2 points, it is not credited. Copying big chunk of text is not going to show your understanding, just your handwriting. Double check for any grammatical errors and incorrect spelling that affect the accuracy of an idea. In this way, you have to check the summary writing before finalizing the summary. Next one, here is the example of summary writing. With the help of that, you have to write. I already explained each and every points. Use the following steps to writing summary. Read the article twice. Second, ask question about the purpose of writing. Third one, identify the main idea. Fourth one, write the first draft. And fifth one, revise your first draft and edit it. Next, write and final draft. According to the title is required, so you have to write the title. Title should be hidden in first two line or sentences, so it is easy to get idea about the title. So in this way, in exam, with the help of the passage, look, you have to write the summary just in your own words. After that, you can cross check with the help of the given answer. So in this way, the question will ask in exam on summary writing. It is for 3 marks, and you have to just write the summary in your own words. While writing summary, you just following do's and don'ts instruction, such as in do's for summary writing. Read and reread the passage. Second, understand the passage. Third one, read the instruction. Next one, find exactly what you need to summarizing. Next one, identify the main idea through the process of asking question. Next one, form short sentences on your own. Next, connect the sentences using linkers. Next, remove redundant words and sentences from the key sentence. Omit details, avoid your own interpretation, and don't include anything, don't exclude anything, don't add any other informations. You have to add only the passage information base only. Don't add other external information. Don't comment anything, and don't give any examples while writing the summary. In this way, you have to write the summary. So students, in this lecture we studied about summary writing. If you have any queries, any doubt, you can call me, and in next lecture we will see the next topic. Thank you.